Well, first of all, to introduce the topic, I have been blessed with a number of awesome coworkers over the years, and one thing that I have grown to appreciate is building a solid relationship and learning about the people, figuring out what makes them tick, because that just interests me, first of all. The other thing that was interesting to me is like the methods behind, hey, I have this coworker, maybe I like them, maybe I don't. Well, first of all, you have to care, and if you do care, there's some interesting things you can find regarding conflict resolution, if you don't like them, how to make friends and influence people, but yeah. So specifically, one thing that caught my eye was how to understand a person by asking them certain questions. And I guess that matters to me mainly just because I am curious. If I wasn't curious about people, I probably wouldn't care about learning about what makes them tick. So one of the questions that I thought was interesting was, all right, you're going to have dinner tonight with 3 people. You get to pick them. VIP guests to dinner. And there are certain qualifications for each of these people. One of them can be anybody you want, except they have to be alive right now. Second person, they can be whoever you want, except they gotta be dead at the time of your doing this question. And then the third and final person or character has to be fictional. A work of fiction. It could be any number of things. It could be a comic book character, not necessarily like a TV show or something. A character from a book. So, I think mine are pretty interesting, but I like to explore the people around me first, and I got a couple interesting answers. I asked the guy, and he said his number 1 person was Voddie Baucham. Awesome pastor and teacher. Getting more popular, which is great. He was on Ben Shapiro recently. So that was the alive person, obviously. The second person, the dead person, which it's for the sake of the argument, is the dead person would be Jesus. If you believe he is resurrected, which there's proof of, then it's debatable. It kind of falls in both camps. But for the sake of argument, we're just going to say for the second dead person. And I think you might find that Jesus and Voddie agree on a lot. So not too much, not a risky answer. And then for the third and final fictional person, Gandalf. So one last example would be my wife. She picked David Attenborough. I think enough said, right? He's pretty famous. All the Planet series. I forget what else. There's a bunch. He's the voice. And back in the day, I guess he was the boots on the ground in new territories, discovering animal things. So very cool. Second person, dead person for my wife, which I think is very apt considering the first person, Steve Irwin. Oh man, what a guy. You just can't go wrong. And the third and final fictional character, oh boy, It was Gandalf again. What's up with Gandalf? By the way, I want to know who you would pick. Let me know. Type it down right now. So for me, you have to do it backwards. It makes more sense that way. At least for me. Fictional character. Hawkeye Pierce from MASH. Can I get some love for that guy? As I have advanced in years in my life, I think I have appreciated his character more. So, that's my fictional person, and it's helpful for you guys to know that in the show MASH, the setting is in the 1950s in the Korean War. He was a meatball surgeon, as he would describe it. So the second person, you're going to think I'm crazy, is Kim Jong-un. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. The Korean dictator? What? You want to sit down and have dinner with the guy? Wouldn't Hawkeye hate him? Did you think about it? Yeah, I know, it is a crazy answer. So and obviously he's the first alive person, so that's the first one. And for the dead person, I'm gonna copy my boy and go with Jesus. First of all, one of my concerns with Kim was like, okay, you get to sit down with me. I would be sharing my Christian testimony and like Jesus himself. It's like, that would be amazing. And it might be kind of sort of a pie in the sky idea or sentiment, but it's like, that would end up being a big deal for the 250 million people that he's over right now in real life. So that's just craziness. And I don't know why, but it just came to my mind and I went for it. So those are my three people. Thanks for listening. Signing out. Until next time, please let me know who you think. Please. Who are your three people? Do it. Thank you, guys. Wow. Hey, buddy. Boop, boop, boop.